Mathematics is a universal language. It transcends borders and cultures, connecting people through numbers and logic. Whether you're in a bustling city or a quiet village, math is a constant, a tool that helps us navigate the complexities of life. It helps us understand the world around us. From the patterns in nature to the technology we use every day, math is the key to unlocking the mysteries of our universe. Word problems are like stories. They use math to describe real-life situations. These problems take abstract concepts and ground them in everyday experiences, making math more relatable and easier to grasp. From calculating the number of apples left after sharing to figuring out distances traveled, word problems surround us. They are everywhere, embedded in the fabric of our daily lives. They are not just abstract equations on a page. They are tools for solving everyday problems. Whether it's budgeting for groceries or planning a trip, word problems equip us with the skills we need to make informed decisions. Word problems are especially important in primary school. They lay the foundation for mathematical thinking. By engaging with these problems early on, students develop a strong base that will support their future learning. They help students develop critical problem-solving skills. These skills are not only essential for math but are also transferable to other subjects in real-life situations. These skills are valuable throughout life. From managing personal finances to tackling complex projects at work, the ability to solve problems efficiently and effectively is a crucial asset. Imagine a group of children working together. They are trying to solve a word problem. This collaborative effort not only enhances their understanding of math, but also teaches them the importance of teamwork. The problem is about sharing cookies. Through this simple scenario, they learn about division and fairness. The children use their math skills to find the solution. They apply what they've learned in class to a real-world context, reinforcing their knowledge and boosting their confidence. They learn about division and fractions. These fundamental concepts are crucial for their future studies in math and science. They also learn about teamwork and problem solving. These experiences teach them that working together can lead to better solutions and foster a sense of community. Word problems help us make sense of the world. They bridge the gap between theoretical math and practical application, showing us how math is used in everyday life. They teach us how to apply math in practical ways. This hands-on approach makes learning more engaging and helps students see the relevance of math in their lives. This makes math more meaningful and engaging. When students see the real-world applications of what they're learning, they are more motivated to explore and understand the subject. It empowers us to tackle challenges with confidence. By mastering word problems, students gain the skills and self-assurance needed to face any mathematical challenge that comes their way. The first step to mastering word problems is simple. Read the problem carefully. Sounds easy, right? But it's crucial. Every word matters. Each word contributes to the story and the solution. Read the problem slowly. Read it more than once. Make sure you understand what it's asking. Don't rush through it. For example, if Becky has 7 apples and gives 2 away, how many apples does she have left? Take your time. Understand Becky's situation. She has apples, she gives some away. The problem wants to know how many she has left. Rushing through a word problem is like rushing through a book. You might miss important details. You might misunderstand the plot. The same goes for word problems. Take your time. Absorb the information. Understand the situation before you move on. Word problems are like mysteries. They contain clues. These clues help us find the solution. Our job is to identify the key information. What do we know? What do we need to find out? Let's look at an example. A truck was driven 932 kilometers in January and 227 kilometers in February. Over how much distance was the truck driven in the 2 months? What do we know? We know the distance traveled in January. We know the distance traveled in February. What do we need to find out? We need to find the total distance traveled over 2 months. Identifying key information is like gathering evidence. It helps us build a case. We can then use this information to solve the problem, highlight or underline the important numbers and words. This makes the important information stand out. Words and math might seem different at first glance. One is a language of letters and sentences, while the other is a language of numbers and symbols. But they are closely connected, more than you might think. In word problems, we translate words into math symbols. This process helps us create an equation, which is a mathematical statement. An equation is like a balance scale. It shows that two things are equal, maintaining a sense of balance and fairness. It shows that two things are equal, just like a balanced scale shows equal weights on both sides. Let's go back to our apple problem to see how this works in practice. If Becky has 7 apples and gives 2 away, how many apples does she have left? This is a classic example of a word problem. We can translate this scenario into an equation to make it easier to solve. 7 minus 2 equals question mark. This equation represents the problem in a mathematical form. The 7 represents Becky's starting apples, the total number she initially has. The minus sign represents the action of giving some away, indicating subtraction. The 2 represents the number of apples given away, the quantity that is subtracted from the total. The question mark is what we need to find out, the number of apples remaining after the subtraction. So the equation helps us determine the number of apples Becky has left. Creating an equation is like building a bridge. It connects the words of the problem to the world of math, making it easier to understand and solve. It connects the words of the problem to the world of math, allowing us to use mathematical tools to find the solution. Once we have an equation, we can use our math skills to find the solution, making the problem much easier to solve. Section 5. Solving the puzzle, calculation and verification. This section is all about ensuring that our mathematical solutions are both accurate and reliable. With our equation in place, it's time to solve the puzzle. We start by carefully writing down the problem and identifying the key numbers and operations involved. We use our math knowledge to calculate the answer. This involves performing each step methodically to avoid mistakes. We carefully perform the operations. We double-check our work. Accuracy is key. It's important to ensure that every step is correct before moving on to the next. In our apple problem, the equation is 7 minus 2 equals what? This simple subtraction problem helps us understand the basic principles of calculation. We subtract 2 from 7. This gives us 5. It's a straightforward calculation, but it's crucial to get it right. So, Becky has 5 apples left. This visual representation helps us confirm our solution. But our work isn't done yet. We need to ensure that our answer is correct by verifying it. We need to verify our solution. This means checking our work again to make sure there are no errors. Does our answer make sense in the context of the problem? Yes, it does. Verification is a crucial step in the problem-solving process. Becky started with 7 apples, gave away 2, and has 5 left. This logical sequence confirms our calculation. Our answer is reasonable and accurate. It's important to feel confident in our solution. Solving the equation is like putting the pieces of a puzzle together. Each step fits into the next to form a complete picture. It gives us the complete picture. When all the pieces fit, we know our solution is correct, but we always need to make sure the pieces fit correctly. This means revisiting our work and ensuring every part is accurate. We do this by checking our work and making sure our answer makes sense. Verification is the final step that ensures our solution is both logical and correct. Section 6. Strategies for success. Tools for tackling word problems. Word problems can sometimes seem daunting, but fear not. We have a toolbox full of strategies to help us. These strategies make problem-solving easier and more fun. One strategy is to make a model or act it out. If the problem involves objects, use blocks, counters, or even your imagination to represent them. Physically moving objects can make the problem clearer. Another strategy is drawing diagrams. Visualizing the problem can be incredibly helpful. Draw a picture to represent the information given in the problem. This can help you see the relationships between different parts of the problem. Section 7. Picture this, visualizing with diagrams and models. Have you ever noticed how a picture can tell 1,000 words? The same is true in math. Diagrams and models are powerful tools. They help us visualize word problems. Imagine a problem about a rectangular garden. We need to find the perimeter. Instead of just numbers, let's draw the garden. Label the sides with their lengths. Now we can see the problem clearly. We can even imagine walking around the perimeter. Models work in a similar way. Let's say we are dealing with fractions. We can use fraction circles or bars. These models help us see the fractions. They make abstract concepts more concrete and understandable. Diagrams and models are like maps. They guide us through the problem. They help us see the solution more clearly. Section 8. The power of practice. Building confidence and skill. Like any skill, mastering word problems takes practice. The more we practice, the better we become. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. They are opportunities to learn and grow. Start with simpler problems. Gradually work your way up to more challenging ones. Celebrate your successes along the way. With each problem you solve, you build your confidence and sharpen your skills. Think of it like learning to ride a bike. At first it might seem difficult. You might wobble and fall a few times, but with practice and perseverance you eventually find your balance. You experience the joy of riding freely. The same goes for word problems. Keep practicing, and you'll be amazed at how far you can go. Section 9. Conclusion: Embracing the challenge of word problems. Word problems are an essential part of mathematics. They bridge the gap between abstract concepts and real-world applications. They challenge us to think critically, use logic, and apply our mathematical knowledge to solve problems. Remember to approach word problems with a positive attitude. Embrace the challenge. Use the strategies we've discussed. With practice and perseverance, you can master the art of solving word problems. As we explore the universe of mathematics, let's remember that every word problem is an opportunity. It's a chance to learn, grow, and expand our understanding of the world around us.